What's up, everybody? Welcome to the best 120 minutes of your day. The Chop Shop, the nation's #1 urban sports talk show, and also your midday sports happy hour. Yours truly, Robert Hatter, alongside Jim Hicks, coming to you live from Houston, Texas. But we're broadcasting all over the world via Facebook Live and YouTube Live. And today, let me see, today, is it Baby Friday? Ladies and gentlemen, is it Baby Friday today? Oh, it's Thursday. Baby Friday is in the building. I got my stuff in the background. What I got to do is share the show because, we're going to do a little something today. If you want to talk about that high school stuff, you better tell people, be here at 1 o'clock. Be here at 1 o'clock. We'll talk high school and what y'all need to do and all that old good stuff. Let me see. Okay. Let me share the show right quick, y'all. Hold on. Let me share the show because I have to share it myself because not all y'all, because I've seen some of y'all. That Eric Harrison, he shares this show, and I saw it. It pops up on it pops up on the screen and let me know who shared it. And I ain't mad at nobody, but guess what? Share the show. Do be like. Baby Friday's in the building. I see y'all out there. Let's see what else I got. Let's see. I'm gonna go to my YouTube. What a YouTube. Go over there, and I'm gonna send the YouTube feed. There it is, right there. But guess what? Look there I am. I'm sending that. Let's see. I'm gonna share that with my Twitter. Yeah, it's on Twitter. Then I'm gonna go on Twitter again. Watch me. I'm gonna go to Chop Shop Twitter. Man, you have to do all of this stuff in the beginning, because it ain't no good if it ain't live. Got to be live. Got to be live at 5 before. So I go over there, and then I share it. Let's see. I like it and repost it over there. Oh man, yeah, I'm covered up a bit. Sometimes I do that. Sometimes I forget. Brandon Wheatfall, what's up, baby? What's going on? What's up? I see everybody. I see you, big coach. I see you there, Anderson. Chuck McGowan is in the building. I see you, Chuck McGowan. Y'all in for a treat today. You people here early, y'all are in for a treat. Cause I got something for you. Oh, wait a minute. Hold up. Can y'all give me a second? I gotta go. Let me find y'all some y'all can look at so I can go look at I'll show this again.
Jam him up, Mark. Jam him up, Javion. You pushing 30. Jam him up, Mark. Jam him up, Javion. You pushing 30. Jam him up, Mark. Jam him up, Javion. You pushing 30. Jam him up, Mark. Jam him up, Javion. You pushing 30. Jam him up, Mark.
I'm back. Y'all, I forgot one of my devices. Let me see something else too. Hold up, y'all. Let me see something. I'm trying to do something right quick. I'm trying to see what my margin. Hold on. I'm trying to see something, y'all. They done did to me. My background. Hold on, let me see. Can I edit the text and move it over? For some reason, they moved me. Let's see. Okay, let's see if I save it there. There I go. Y'all, I'm getting good at this stuff. I'm getting good at this stuff, y'all. It amazes me when you got to explore and do stuff. I left one of my devices, and I usually have a checklist of all the stuff that I have right here in the office. And guess what? If you're wondering, that's behind me. It's Malcolm Jamal Warner, Kobe, just gone too soon, and Chad Boseman. It's Chad Boss. Yeah, Chad Boss. Yeah, yeah, and they those I mean just special guys. Each one of them, Wakanda forever. Kobe. Just y'all. I'm just thinking about these young men in their primes, cut down. So guess what? Yeah, Chad Boseman. I don't know why I cut basketball. Chad Boseman. But those guys, I'm serious. I went to a space. I was just thinking about how this guy, Chad, was doing movies. And know he had been diagnosed with cancer, and he still did several of those movies while he was sick. You follow me? New reports, Malcolm Jamal Warner, they saved the 8-year-old daughter, but couldn't save him. Then Kobe, a man who, this young man did so much stuff. I talked about it one day. One day I'm just going to do a special. I'm going to tape it about Kobe and just put it out there for y'all to see it. And Kobe Bryant was amazing, man. Even the helicopter he had, the one he perished in, the helicopter, the reason he had it, so he can spend more time, because he lived way out Newport, with his family. Instead of 3 or 4 hours in traffic. So I think like that sometimes, y'all. I just, them my guys. Share the show, everybody. Oh, I haven't. Yeah, I did. I shared the show. Wait a minute. If anybody shared the show. But I'm gonna get on with it because got so much stuff. I was thinking about some 170 seconds. Sounds like a long time till you feel what it does to you. Y'all watch this. Watch this.
Would you rather have $1,000 cash or a mystery basketball?
I'm gonna say mystery basketball.
Over the $1,000 cash?
Yeah.
Why is that?
As far as with this ball, my mystery might be way more than $1,000. Why you ask me that question?
See if you like basketball?
Oh yeah, LeBron, the best player ever played the game.
What's your name?
My name's Shantuan.
Are you going to Big 3 today?
I just got out of prison on Tuesday. Today my first free birthday in 21 years.
Happy birthday, man. This basketball is a mystery basketball. I want to give it to you. What's your dream?
To be happy, bro. I deserve it. To be happy.
Are you happy right now?
I think I'm more happy because you ain't dehumanizing me. Everybody else been dehumanizing me. So.
Can I give you a hug?
Man.
Love you.
Love you too, bro. I don't even know where you came from, man, but I appreciate you, bro.
You have a house right now? You said you've been in prison for 21 years. What were you doing before that?
I was in the military. I came home from Iraq and my wife had another man living at home. I didn't handle it the right way. I seen him in the house before I got in the house. I was surprised with my wife, so she didn't even know I was coming home.
If you could go back and do it differently, how would you do it?
I'd walk away. That was hell, man. I I've never been in trouble in my life.
It's your birthday?
Yes, it is.
Hold this. It's an ice cube tray. I got something for you. $1,000 cash for you.
What I gotta do?
It's your birthday gift.
Man, get out of here, bro. No strings attached.
No strings attached, man.
Man, where'd you come from? What? Now you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get off the streets.
That's actually on behalf of Ice Cube.
No.
What would you say to him?
Thank you for giving me the shot that I need. I just got out of prison Tuesday.
Also, I hate this. We're going courtside right now to go see him.
Wow.
How's that sound to you, man?
Man, it sounds amazing. This is my first free birthday, man. Like, when I woke up, I was excited. My family, they left me in there by myself. Love ain't never supposed to hurt more than it feel good. My day coming. This is confirmation, for sure. I can't wait to take a hot bath. Tonight, I'm giving me a hotel room. Lay in the bed and go to sleep. I really haven't slept in like 2 days. I'm really excited. It gave me a lot of hope. I don't know what to expect no more. Sometimes, man, your breakthrough right around the corner and you don't even know. Just don't give up.
Would you rather have $1,000 cash or a mystery basketball?
Ladies and gentlemen, I had to share that with y'all. I know y'all got, if you're any kind of way human, you have to have a tear in your eye. The things that the big three are doing in this community that we don't know behind the scenes, and just somebody captured that for us to see. And that's amazing. That's amazing. That's amazing. That's amazing. That's amazing. That's amazing. What's up, that is Moody. That's amazing. I appreciate y'all for taking out that time to just listen to that with me. And it was just, it got me. And it got me because when I think about what happened to Otha Brown, to William McNeil Jr., should have never happened during a traffic stop. Did you hear what the young man said in the clip before? He said, most people been dehumanizing me. Let me let y'all hear that again. I want y'all to hear that again because I just thought of this. This just came to me. This just came to me.
Would you rather have $1,000 cash or a mystery basketball?
I'm gonna say mystery basketball.
Over the $1,000 cash?
Yeah.
Why is that?
I mean, far as with this ball, my mystery might be way more than $1,000. Why you ask me that question?
See if you like basketball?
Oh yeah, LeBron, the best player ever played the game.
What's your name?
My name's Shantuan.
Are you going to Big 3 today?
I just got out of prison on Tuesday. Today my first free birthday in 21 years.
Happy birthday, man. This basketball is a mystery basketball.
First free birthday in 21 years.
I want to give it to you. What's your dream?
To be happy, bro.
Just want to be happy. Came out of jail. Surprised his wife. She got another man living there. I don't know what happened because they didn't say. But it didn't go so well. That's why he had to spend 21 years in prison.
I deserve it, to be happy.
Are you happy right now?
I think I'm more happy because you ain't dehumanizing me.
I'm more happy because you didn't dehumanize me. Y'all hear that word, dehumanize? I had to play that. Share this show, man, because this is heavy right here. And the reason I had to share that, you didn't dehumanize me. I want y'all to get that into your head because I'm gonna share something with you, right? So I was thinking, and what happened? Remember that word. What happened to William McNeil Jr. should never happen during a traffic stop. He was punched. He was dragged. He was dehumanized, not for committing a violent crime, But for asking questions, America, this treatment is far from acceptable. I'm not going to play that video again because I can't play it again because me personally, all I'm thinking about is, man, let's get in the ring, man. Me and you and them police, me and you and these police officers, let's get in the ring. I was thinking about how the guy swam across the channel to help the brother in what's that city, in Montgomery. If you don't know what I'm talking about, just Google the police stopping this young man and beating out his window, jacking him out the car, throwing him on the ground, beating him up. Because he was asking questions. He was punched. He was dragged. He was dehumanized. Share this show. Not from committing a violent crime. Just because he asked questions. Is my mic on? I just want to know if my mic on, because I just... Ladies and gentlemen, have I got anybody out there speaking? Am I talking to somebody? Share the show, somebody. I'll wait. I'll wait till somebody get on it, because it's too powerful for people not to say nothing. If you want to call in, I even got a call-in number for you today. Evidently, you ain't seen that video. And then they get this clown to come up here.
The truth is, William McNeil Jr. was non-compliant with JSO officers within 21 seconds after he was stopped for multiple civil infractions. His non-compliance quickly rose to the level of criminal resistance to a police officer. McNeil was arrested and pled guilty to resisting a police officer without violence. Force absolutely looks ugly. And because all force is ugly, whether or not the officer involved acted within outside JSO policy, still what we're investigating. The State Attorney's Office, once again, has reviewed the case materials and determined that Officer Bowers...
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to just leave that right there. I'm going to leave it right there. If you want to talk about it, we'll talk about it. Maybe you can't type right now, maybe. So I'm going to move on. I gave you some information about the WNBA. Information that all you had to do is go and look and study and stay off of internet and I mean, you can find the right stuff on the internet, but if you stay off the social media part of it, because you're just saying the talking heads. Let me show you something. You remember I told you, I said people are lined up to invest in the WNBA. Didn't I say that yesterday? Share the show. People are lined up. Look here. Brought some proof with me today. Let me make it bigger. Bobby Wagner played at Seattle, football player, made a lot of money. Spent a lot of time discussing entrepreneurship with Magic Johnson, starting to build his own empire. He's part of the ownership group that bought the Seattle Storm. Basketball team. Thank you, Tasha. Tasha, when people come telling you about the WNBA and them girls don't deserve no money, they ain't like the guys. Tasha, it was a time the NBA wasn't making no money. They were losing money. but they were still paying the players. Gosh, a few years ago, like 2 or 3 years ago, the Golden State Valkyries paid $50 million to get in the league. Now they're in the league now. If you want to get in the league now, and now, hold up, they paid $50 million, and now their valuation right now is almost $300 million. So it's all right for the owners to evaluate their portfolio, but not the players. And the women ain't asking to be paid like the NBA men. I want y'all to get this. I'm going to keep telling y'all this. They just said, we want to be a partner. The men in the NBA got a 50-50 partnership. They get 50% of the basketball-related income. The players get it. Owners and players. In the WNBA, the players get 9% of the 100%. 9.3. Let me, David, David. Do you know who else is represented by Mulugeta? Sean Watts. I'm going to leave that one there for you, David. He said, when are the so-called good cops going to step up and help? Absolutely, Lionel Raj. David, I hope you got that one. David, that was just for you. That was just for you. Hey, Tasha, happy birthday, Tasha. The birthday girl is back in the building, y'all. Her birthday was Tuesday, but you know her birthday every day. Chuck McGowan, yes. Yes. The girls ain't saying, give me that money. I don't want no 70. They ain't asking for 60, 30, $40 million a year. No, I was just helping you out, David. David. You gonna mention that now? You got to mention it all, David. See that, David. Yeah, David. That's why in court, they tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, because they know y'all gonna leave some stuff out. And Tasha, you weren't here the other day. Let me tell you something. It's parents like you who I'm gonna tell you. I've been around this summer basketball stuff for a long time. My son was in it. You one of one. I haven't met too many like you. You know, for real. Your yeses be yeses and your no's be no's. If people know, you can only tell your story. I just happen to have a little glimpse of it. How you will leave your son's game to go to your daughter's volleyball, track, back to your son's game, back. I don't know how you do it. For the grace of God, by the grace of God, let me tell you something. I've seen it a lot. You are one of the best parents that's in this bit. Hold up, not perfect parent, the best. The things that you do, and for your kids, man, it's just unmatched. And I don't know how I could have did. I had problems with one, and you, yeah, okay, yeah, you missed the boat. Not you, Tasha. Get up back to time. David, you don't understand what I said, yeah. I see you didn't understand what I was telling you. I really see you didn't understand what I was talking about. But let's move on. USC's prize recruit Elijah Arenas has suffered a tear in his meniscus, putting him in jeopardy of missing the entire 2025-26 college basketball season. Same little boy, Gilbert Arenas' son, who was rushing to a workout. The car went out of control, and is what you call that old car? What's that car? A Cybertruck, and ran into a water fountain. It was on fire. Some good Samaritans pulled him out of it, and yeah, gotcha. Thank you, Greg. I got that. But I'm thinking about this little boy, man. And some is in store on the other side for this young man. Because of I'm just watching the things that's happening in his life, and it's just, it's sad. I remember people were waiting around. Man, he could have killed himself, and now he's got a torn meniscus, and he got to sit this year out. And young Elijah, keep your head up, man. Just keep your head up. I know some things probably going through the young man's mind mentally right now, but keep your head up. Pursue your other interests right now. Find out something else you're good at while you're rehabbing, because y'all rehab can be. I don't know if anybody been in situations where, I happen to, had a student athlete in my household, and he had to rehab from his senior year. Now, he wasn't getting hurt that much before the senior year. Senior year, beginning of the senior year, freshman year in college, sophomore year in college, junior and senior year in college, he got hurt. Like I was trying to tell y'all, I knew the trainer more than, man, we was on speed dial. So when a young man get hurt, I'm a person that I just, some people just, man, he get hurt. The rehab to get back, it's tough, man. It's tough. If you ain't never did it before, you'll never understand it. Going back and forth to the therapist. I mean, it's just, I know injuries are part of the business, but I'll never forget it. Every time I see a kid get hurt, and then people tell me, man, when he coming back? Man, the man hurt. Right now my ankles, my right ankle's not acting right. I twisted it, and I want to play. I want to play golf right now. My ankle hurt, but I got to go through what? This process. It's a mental process. Cause we got people out there that's playing right now, and I wish I was out there with them. Oh, somebody else did, man. They just sent me. Oh my God, they just sent me a picture of a friend of mine. He done broke his arm. What the hell? How he break his arm? Doing what? Text me. Whoever text me. Doing what? Tell his old ass out there doing. What's up, Paul Miranda? Paul Miranda, I'm just all over the place. But you're here just in time because I'm gonna need your expertise a little later. These are things what we should be mindful of. Sports and any other thing matter can be taken away from you in a split second. Absolutely. Rob, they have you doing, man, hell, I'm not finna do not one lunge until my ankle well. When my ankle was hurt out in LA, this dude had me doing some lunges, and man, I wasn't even stretched out. Man, I hurt my groin. But man, let me tell you something. I ain't letting nobody tell me to do nothing. Rehab. Oh, you rehab people get paid all this money. You should have said, man, have you stretch everything out before you lunge? Numb nuts. Yeah, I was hurt. Old ass man, you supposed to stretch a whole old dudes got to be stretched out, man. But y'all, I saw something. I got so many things I want to share with y'all, but I think I'm gonna just go here. Cause I saw he had a player a few years ago come back from ACL tear in the right knee and toward the left. Yeah, that's happened. Yeah. No, that wasn't Russ. That wasn't no. It was in LA. Oh, I know who I need to go to. But guess what? I'm all right now. I'm all right. Because guess what? I got the putting green right. I'm still putting. Got a little chipping in yesterday. I just can't put too much weight on it. And I mean, I'm all right, but I ain't there yet. I'll know when I'm there. And when I get back, oh my goodness. But y'all, I was thinking about something, and I want to talk to y'all. Can we talk? This KD and Kyrie thing. Then you got Cam Newton, Ryan Clark, T.O. Thing. Things that I try to prevent people from doing. We got the Paul Miranda thing. Paul Miranda, I think I put you in there with them guys. These guys, we just, and I don't know why, because I'm not that kind of guy. So I don't know. Maybe I wish one of these guys, I'm gonna ask them what makes y'all do this. But this KD, what's up, Greg? This KD, right before the top of the hour, I got some very great news for the community. And so right before the top of the hour, I got some. Get your pen and your pencils out. I want you to write this number down. If you're into beauty and health and taking care of yourself and taking care of your body, and if it's not your body all right, make sure you tell a friend, tell another friend. I got some things going on. Miss Carla Gigliotto, specialist in the area. They told me that she was the Michael Jordan of this industry. And I said, I got to have. I'm gonna bring her on the show one day, but I got to have her make sure if some of these services that y'all let me tell you something. And every time you come in for a service, and I'm gonna tell y'all a little bit about it in a minute. But every time you come in for a service, maybe I'll start now. But every time you come in for a service, guess what? You got complimentary wine, all you can drink. When you come in for the service, wait, hold on. I ain't finna play around with y'all. I'm finna talk about it right now. I'm finna pull up her dossier right now. Her name is Carla. Let me write down this number. Give it to your friends. You're gonna thank me later. You're gonna be saying, Robert. Gonna thank me later. She is a FPN aesthetic injector at Elite Doc Health and Beauty. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna go from the bottom. Did I tell you when you come in and get one of these services from her, you unlimited wine, you can drink wine all you want. Did I tell you that? So listen, hair restoration with PRP are a regenerative therapy to stimulate your hair growth. Whine while you wait. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Laser hair removal, back, shoulders, neck, face. If you got unwanted hair, this lady right here, right? Hold on. Then they got this. She got this procedure called Kybella, a fat dissolver for the double chin and the jawline contour, and it destroys the fat cells. Hold on, I'm not done. I'm not done. Then you got weight loss problem, weight loss injectables. Hold up, semaglutide, and hold up, terzepatide, super slim shot. Hold up, it's health and beauty. Hold up, that. I'm not done. She got what's it? The IV therapy for energy, immunity, anti-aging support, skin brightening, vitamin B12 shots, quick in and out procedures. Right? With wine while you wait. Hold on. I'm not done. I'm going to repeat this one because I did this one yesterday. Skin textures, tone, pores, acne, scars, uneven skin tone, rough texture, clogged pores. She got micro needling with and without PRP. That's called PRP. That's platelet rich plasma. Oh my God. I like that. RF. Micro needling. Deep acne scars or wrinkles. All I'm telling y'all, if you have a health and beauty thing, whatever it is, it's some stuff, y'all, fellas, she can help you. Women, she can help you. And I'll let y'all call that number and call Carl and say, look, the Chop Shop sent me. Robert Hatter told me, look, 832-446-3206. And it's the office out there in Sweetwater in Sugar Land. Let me tell y'all something. It was amazing to have some person like this being able to tell y'all in the community about it. It's just unbelievable. Paul Miranda, Chuck McGowan. Men, call her. And then you'll know what I'm talking about later. Opinion Podcast, whoever that is, what's up? Shout out to you. The Opinion Podcast, welcome to the show. But Opinion Podcast, who are you? Give us your name because we don't want to call you that. We want to call you by your name. But ladies and gentlemen, I just want to give you that. I'm going to give you that to you every day until you understand. I want you to get results. I want you to get the joy. And like I said, Miss Carla, she ain't nothing to play with. She's a bad woman. And matter of fact, it was Women Rock Wins, and she rocked yesterday, and she really rocks today. Okay, so let me get back to this because I want to share with y'all something. Opinion Podcast. What's your name so I can call you by your name? But Opinion Podcast. Oh my God, that's my dudes. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, I got to watch the Opinion Podcast. If Carlos hurt, if Bobby Benjamin is on there, I got to watch. I got to watch it, man. I can't wait. But ladies and gentlemen, and Bobby, our Carlos, I was thinking about Kyrie, and I was thinking about Katie. Kyrie addressed a myriad of issues on his stream. He on this Twitch thing. Because, he ain't got nothing to do. She leg hurt, and he rehab, he ain't got nothing to do. He laid up. So he can Twitch all day and all night. But he talked about a few things on the thing, talking about player salaries shouldn't be made public. I agree. Don't nobody know what Chuck McGowan make. Nobody know what Paul Miranda make. Robert KD give me goosebumps talking about the game have done for him. Yeah, yeah. Man, this game has done a lot for a lot of people. Yeah, game has done a lot for a lot of people. Um, it ain't about what the game do for you all the time, though, Paul. To me, it's what you do for others. If the game has blessed you, just make sure you blessing somebody else. What you said, if you know what the game has done for you, you done got a leg up. It ain't just for you and your family. I believe in that. This information I share with y'all, I can just share this with my friends. No, I want all of y'all to be good. I could have shared Carla's information. I could have just told my sisters and my brothers and my friends. No, I'm sharing that with everybody. Because it ain't no, what that dude said, ain't no fun if your homie can't have none. But I was thinking about this. Kevin Durant went on Steve Nash and LeBron's show, podcast, The Mind, The Game. And I think KD was talking about their time in Brooklyn. He's talking about him and Nash were committed and everybody else wasn't. So I think, let me see if I got it. We got to talk about this kind of stuff. Hold on. I got it. Come on, I know I got it somewhere. Come on, Robert. Let's just try this.
I felt like we were committed, but everybody else wasn't. It just was weird.
Nah, see, this was the part where I honestly looked at it and I was like, when he said this, emotionally, I was like, okay. We're all committed to the goal at the end of the day. But sometimes not everybody's gonna follow what you want them to do. I wish I had my soundboard for this, but not everybody's gonna do what you want them to do. And I've had to accept that as a human being and as a leader. Not everybody's gonna do what you want them to do. Not everybody's gonna be committed the way you want them to be committed. Right? And it's not like Kay is asking me for this, but it's like I asked for this commitment before I committed to Brooklyn from him, which was a beautiful thing. I'm like, yo, let's commit to this thing. We could build up Brooklyn. We could really put Brooklyn on the map. Nobody's really thinking about Brooklyn. But when he said that, I'm like, bro, Steve wasn't even in the play yet. But this is your man's. This is your man. So I got to support that. This is your man's. Cool. You want him? Cool. You like Steve? I love Steve. You know what I'm saying? Cool. As a younger brother, I'm like, okay, I don't care. That's fine. You want Steve to coach? That's fine. But when you're committed to the same goal and then a year changes things and then things going behind the scenes, come on.
But everybody else wasn't. It just was weird.
Yeah, it was weird timing, bro. It was weird for everybody.
You know how we were speculating what was going on? Y'all, ladies and gentlemen, I came on this show, choking down. I came on this show. I was in Vegas. Shanquetta, we was right there at Aria, right there. I forgot the name of it, but right there where everybody hang out at, right by the crap table. I forgot the name of the place because they probably changed the name of it. KD said and told the people that was in our circle, man, I'm going to the Knicks. It was done. I came on here and told y'all. KD going to the Knicks. But somehow, he let Kyrie talk him to going to Brooklyn. Because Kyrie grew up a Nets fan. Because he's from Jersey. And not New York. Watch this. Let me see. Here you go.
When you think back to our time in Brooklyn, what do you think of?
I had just signed that deal. You had just signed the deal. But I feel like we were secure, but everything else around us was going to not in a bad way. We got GMs going to other teams. We got coaches going to other teams. We got players forcing trades. We got bringing Ben Simmons. He's back. Like, it was just so much
stuff going on
around us. I feel like we were locked in on the same page and understand, like, well, we're trying to do something special here. But and I felt like your hands were tied a lot because you had to, as a coach, you got to deal with so much.
I didn't get to coach as much as I wanted to.
That's what it was. I didn't think we didn't get the full Steve Nash like I wanted, like you probably wanted. I just felt like it was just too much, too many distractions in a way, and you know you can't win that way. You know, but I felt like we had great intentions, though. I felt like we cared enough. I felt like every day we were trying to push towards winning the champ. It was a great vibe in there. It's some of the best times. That first year, that's why I signed that deal. That first year, man, most fun ball I had. Some of the most fun ball I had playing my whole life. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed Brooklyn a lot. I love playing for Brooklyn, but it's just so much
stuff happened
around the guys that were committed to the situation. I felt like we were committed, but everybody else wasn't. It just was weird.
The man threw, they talking about Kyrie throwing him. The man threw Kyrie James Harden under the bus. Kyrie, y'all got to run. LeBron's sitting there like this. Are y'all picturing this? I'm trying to paint a picture. I usually don't play these people's stuff on my show, but I'm trying to paint a picture for y'all, Bobby Benjamin. Y'all watch this, Bobby Benjamin. LeBron's sitting there. Now, LeBron played with Kyrie, won a championship. Kevin Durant trying to get him what LeBron got with Kyrie. Yo, hold on. Have y'all ever thought about Kyrie might be kind of better than we think he is? Hit the big shot for LeBron in the win. Neutralize Stephon Curry. That's what y'all said. I already neutralized your boy. So I'm going to give y'all the credit. Okay, you neutralize my boy. Right? Watch this. Won championship. If KD feet ain't on the line, they might go and do something with Brooklyn. Then he go down here and take Luka to the championship. Luka left him with LeBron. Him and LeBron together, they couldn't win no champ. They couldn't even make it to the championship. And I ain't trying to down. I'm just throwing stuff out there. I'm just throwing stuff out there. Hold on. Let me keep going. We got KD. Then people talking about they got Kyrie throwing KD under the bus. Him and KD had an agreement. And when they signed for Brooklyn, Nash was never part. Kenny Atkinson was the coach, I think, first, wasn't it? He said Nash and KD was KD's choice, but not my choice. I just went along with it. Let me play another one. Let me see. Now this where I blame Kyrie right here. Watch this.
The Nets front office one time. I didn't meet with the GM one time, the assistant GM one time. Literally, when I look back at that decision, I'm like, man, I should have taken some more time to delegate and figure out what's best for me. You know, KD had just tore his Achilles in the finals. Me and him were, planning on doing things to go to Brooklyn, right? I don't know any of you guys that would still stick it out with one of your friends that tears their Achilles and wait a year and a half for them to get healthy, but I'm that dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not about to leave K out there after a torn Achilles and be like, nah, fuck that. We not going to play together.
First of all, you yourself hadn't built no relationships with the people that you're going to work for and work with.
Anymore. I waited for my.
I have to be critical of him there, Shanquetta. But he even admitted. He admitted. Shouldn't have did.
You know what I'm saying? And now Brooklyn, I wish that we got a chance to get to know them beforehand because they wasn't fucking with me like that. You know? And that's just me. That's my perspective. Now, did they want me on the team? Sure. You can say that. But Kenny Atkinson wasn't fucking with me like that, bro. Nets didn't want me like that. They wanted K. And that's my.
So he's saying the Nets use him. I ain't mad at the Nets though. But I'm glad he know it now. He said they only wanted him so they can get KD. They said, he said he knew the Nets was cooked. Did y'all know Emi Udoka was on that staff? And he left it with the Boston. Hold on. He said he knew they was cooked. They in the same division. Emi Udoka left for the next to coach the Celtics because he already knew all they played. He said he already knew all they played. But it got me, Shanquetta. He said he never spent time with the Nets front office. Shanquetta, no. Somebody got to be your representative. Somebody got to be there. Despite signing the max deal. How the hell? We got to do better. We got our young athletes. We got to, even he admitted. Y'all, I keep trying to tell you this NBA stuff. Y'all just thinking, why you think these dudes be losing their hair? The first, they be wearing so much. They got so much. Y'all. And then, and I was thinking about my Rockets because I got something else. I'm gonna wait the next week because I want to expound on this. But I saw this thing about Jalen Green, and man, if anybody been listening to this show, I've said, man, only thing I hate about this trade. I know Phoenix was going to want Jalen Green. It wasn't good. The deal wouldn't have got dealt if it wasn't for keeping that. They wanted him. It wasn't the Rockets was getting rid of him. I'm just telling you that right now. But Jalen Green wrote something. He said, listen to this. I ain't never heard this in NBA. My 30 years. He said he was on the phone all day saying goodbye to his teammates the day he got traded. He said, at the end of the day, man, the biggest testament I can say about my time here is that the day I got traded, I spent all day on the phone. He said, I know how it is in this league. Some teams, they're not this close. Some guys, they get traded and call up one or two dudes and on the team, and that's a wrap. This young man ain't lying. He said, I was calling the whole roster. Start calling in the morning. He said, and it was dinner time before I said my last goodbye. This is the kind of young man that left Houston, y'all. He said, I love my Houston Rockets. I don't like being critical of them. I understand stuff. I understand schedules and what's important. I mean, this young man. But he did say, thank you, H-Town. Because when I drop 30 on y'all, when I come back in this junk, just remember the good times. I love this little boy. I love this boy. And all you can, because he got the Houston Rockets thing. Do you find it odd being a Houston Rocket fan that there's not been an introductory press conference and even an interview thus far after Kevin Durant trade? Somebody brought it to my attention because I don't even think about stuff like that. But they said, Rob, usually with some of this magnitude, we doing a little something. We doing a little something extra. Have y'all noticed that? Shanquetta. Wow. Just show you how these guys are human in the NBA. Just like, let me see what time Jimmy's coming on. Let me see. If he's not, I got something else I want to tell y'all. But we got some high school basketball stuff we got. But she said, I've been seeing him active. They may be waiting until everyone is in the city. That could be. Shout out to my girl, what's the name? Taylor Rooks. She got married, and all the dudes talking about they sad. KD was at the wedding last night, y'all. Y'all know what? KD got his hair brushed this time. He had a tuxedo at this thing last night, this weekend, on the 19th. Taylor Rooks got married. Because she was rumored to talking and messing with players and all that kind of stuff. And little old Harvard lawyer, dude just graduated from Harvard Law School. He said, I got this. Yeah, shout out to him and her. Let me see. I think did I write something down about her? Yeah, Taylor Rooks, with family and friends. She got married. Yeah, she got married. That man said tucks in a brush. Y'all leave that man alone. But y'all, I want to show y'all something. I wanted to wait on Jimmy to get it. I'm trying to see what time he coming on. Well, my guys, who on the feed? Who on my feed that I can talk to? Hold on. Who on my feed that I can really talk? Bobby, you still there? Big Coach, you still there? Tasha, you still there? Lionel, you still there? Let me know. Let me know who's still here. Cause I need to talk to. I need to talk to my hitters today. Cause I saw something. Y'all know when I see something. Y'all let me know. Let me know who here. Let me know who here. Before I give you that one, cause y'all gotta understand. I got things that I want to talk about. A partner of mine just reminded me yesterday. We used to always talking about the NCAA clearinghouse. Parents, if you got a student athlete, make sure you understand what that is and go pay attention and get your son or your daughter involved and registered with the NCAA clearinghouse. Y'all got y'all. Hey, I just want to make sure y'all here now, because I just been seeing some stuff, man. I've been seeing some stuff. I've been seeing some stuff. Uh, I was thinking about something. Somebody told me this young kid that I told y'all about that I saw in Vegas. Only thing I didn't agree with is his choice in schools, but shit, he the one got to go there. You know, I don't get bad at nobody about what they're doing. Let's see, I want to be here. Hold on. But Mikael Brown, so I saw somebody write something about him. Maybe I'm too far back. Yeah. I saw somebody write something about him the other day. Hold on. There you go. And no, I don't like that. And this guy said, I reached the point. Talking about Mikael Brown, the point guard I told you I saw. Went to USA basketball and they won the whatever thing they were in. But somebody wrote and said, I reached a point where I genuinely believe Mikael Brown impact, both in his freshman season and beyond, watch this, could be the most important individual player influence on Louisville basketball in his lifetime. He said, that's how bullish I am about this young man, both because of the player he is, but also the turning point of branding that the program is at now. If he delivers a lotto season, Louisville instantly becomes a destination for elite guards. And have put themselves in position to be back up with another huge name. That kind of perception shift is massive for this coach Kelsey. It's something Mac never pursued, and Pitino had the prerequisites but didn't always target those guys intentionally. They said NIL makes it easier for you, and you can still get them if others fall or fail. But man, he said, you're first, you have success, and you're in an absolute power position. That's what he said about Michael Brown, right? Mikael Brown. But I saw something. Maybe hold on. Because I want to be fair. I like to be fair. His name, the coach there at Louisville, is it Pat Kelsey? Yeah, Pat Kelsey. Let me look him up. Let me look up Pat Kelsey. Let me see what he done. He served at the College of Charleston, Winthrop University. Head coaching record, 288, 130. 0-5 in the NCAAs. What? Big South Coach of the Year in 2001. CAA Coach of the Year 2024. ACC Coach in 25. ACC Coach of the Year in 25. Okay. Just got to Louisville. Somebody tell me what makes him such a great coach. I'm going to ask why. Tell me. I need help. Paul Miranda, you familiar with him? Tasha, are you familiar with him? Big Coach, are you familiar with him? Chuck McGowan, are you familiar with him? Shank Quetta, are you familiar with him? Somebody, I need help. Anybody familiar with Pat Kelsey, the coach of Louisville? I see it was, College of Charleston, Winthrop University. I guess he was Coach of the Year at them places. He played at Wyoming. He played at Xavier. He's a point guard. I think I remember him. But who told? Who said he was such a great coach? I'm setting something up. What's up, Hatter? Hadn't been able to catch up with you guys. Terry, we just glad to have you here, Terry. Terry, I'm talking about this kid, this Coach Pat Kelsey of Louisville, because everybody been talking about him, and he this and this and this and this and this. You know, but nobody on this feed know who he is, right? Daryl Anderson, big coach. Let me see where. Boone, do you know? Yolanda Green, do you know? Thaddeus Moody, he must be working. Otha Brown, do you know? Somebody tell me about Pat Kelsey. Would somebody give me something? Because I want to be fair. I don't know much. I just ran his resume down to you. He did some great things in the Big South tournament. He did some good things in the CAA. He's at Louisville. Louisville, you know what they do. What did Louisville do last year? He was coach of the year. He came in. Yeah, they raised some hell last year. They raised a little hell. Let me see what they did. Hold on. I'm just trying to see. I'm going somewhere with y'all. Y'all give me. So y'all don't know nothing about it. Y'all don't know nothing about it. So if he came to your house right now and recruiting your son, would you let him go there? Because you say you don't know nothing about him, but maybe you know about Louisville University. Let's see. Alabama beat him in the tournament. Oh my God, I ain't got nobody on here to know about no basketball. I guess I'll switch this subject. Oh my God. Wish I had somebody who knew about basketball. Just one person. I need somebody to talk. If I got anybody that can pretend they know, Saved by the Bell. Well, I had some I was finna share with y'all, but I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna let y'all. I'm gonna wait till I get some basketball people that know a little bit about college basketball. Because Jimmy, how familiar are you? How familiar are you with Pat Kelsey, Coach Pat Kelsey, Louisville's head coach?
Yeah, no, I mean he hired Ronnie Hamilton and took him away from LSU 2 years ago when he took over the job over there. So he was remember LSU, Louisville was in a lot of funk. You know, first with
Jimmy. You didn't ask my question, Jimmy. I said, how well did you know the man? I ain't asked about Louisville. How well do you know the man? I said, what do you know about him?
I ain't never broke bread with Pat.
Okay.
I never broke bread with him. He was at College of Charleston. I ain't never break bread with him.
Okay.
So a lot of coaches I done broke bread with him. So I ain't never, that's how I judge a lot of them coaches. It's simple with me.
That's what I want to know. Yeah.
But I know, other people that broke bread with him, they not many people have nothing bad to say. He know how to navigate through some stuff. And right now, at these days, how the kind of stuff, the person getting to know the coach is secondary nowadays for those type of schools. What first and foremost is how much you're giving me. How much you're giving
Jimmy,
me.
every school can give a lot of money.
I'm just saying, but that's right now. That's foremost. That's.
So you don't even have to be a good coach. Just have a lot of money.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Right now.
Okay.
Because that's what they're. Remember, then all money ain't good money, because once you get it, then it ain't about the money as much to some people on that next lap around the track. But right now, a lot of people, don't get it twisted, not for everybody. Some people want to get to know them, just like think about it. A lot of the things, just like a school with a good engineering program, with a good law school, or a good, that stuff don't matter no more as much as it used, as we were led to believe it used to. It don't matter as much no more. Now, if you're talking about some Ivy Leagues and stuff like that, that don't count.
That's different.
But for the most part, you can't remember, man, I want to go take a look at the school. We want to see what the business department looks like, because, or the communication, that stuff don't matter to those type of people. Don't get it twisted. I'm assuming we're talking about the top shelf. So with the top shelf, it don't matter as much for most, that we put it like that's a safe space in there.
I got one for you. Before we get into another, I got another. See, I'm coming on. I'm working this. I'm working the hell out of you before you can get on the show. You just got here. I got some. I saw something that I didn't like. I've been seeing a lot of things that from this man that I don't like, and it's always targeted at a specific at these kind of coaches. Y'all read this. Jimmy, I watch this man. I follow this man. He don't say that about nobody but certain coaches.
What you mean when you say certain coaches? Elaborate.
When he talk like this, it's about either Penny Hardaway, what's my man, Jerry Stackhouse, Juwan Howard, the coach at Missouri, Leonard Hamilton, all the coaches that look like me. I watched them. Always got something to say. Always, right? So,
what? Hey, man.
I mean, no. But if a person constantly do the same thing over and over, I'm just bringing it to people's attention.
But I mean, I got a hell of a response to it.
I ain't doing it for no response.
A hell of a rebuttal to it, and a hell of a solution to it. That's the more important. I got a hell of a solution to it, and it's simple.
What?
Black coaches, get you some black media guys to shoot the same type of slugs at the white coaches. But y'all don't.
That ain't no solution.
Okay. To turn the other cheek.
No, it ain't about turning the other cheek, but that ain't, no.
Okay, but Jeff Goodman.
No, I would say that black coaches don't give him no access. That's what I would say.
But still, you empower breaking stuff to your own, as they empower their own with breaking stuff. And know what then? Somebody got to make a business decision sooner or later. Somebody's boss gonna say, "Oh,
thank you, T. Brink. Thank you, T. Brink. Every day he has something to say about Mike Woodson, and in there, absolutely. Thank you, T. Brink. But keep going.
See, Jeff Goodman ain't been the same
since the ball.
He fell in love with black folk and thought he had an inside lane with LeVar Ball. So with the LeVar Ball movement and LeVar Ball's middle son, who plays for the Charlotte team, he played over in
he played over in Australia. He played in Australia League.
Well, that wasn't the one. Which one went over there in the middle, in the Middle East? I mean, not the Australian one.
It must have been Jello then.
I think it was the middle one. It was the middle one. Yeah, it was the middle one. So he goes and he pisses LeVar Ball off, and LeVar Ball tells, at the time Jeff was working for ESPN, and LeVar Ball basically told him, "We ain't talking to this guy no more." Like what you just said, don't talk to him no more. LeVar Ball shut it down and said, "You have no more access."
ESPN shut him down too.
So as a result, your value had diminished because you had no intel. Everybody was waiting on the inside scoop at that time on a daily, almost daily basis about LeVar Ball. He was the talk. He was the talk of the topic on every conversation during that span. And guess what? They cut him off. It pissed him off, like many do. And then guess what? It's people that come on home. We got you. You should have never went over there trusting them folk anyway. You know, they this, they that. So then he ain't been the
So
same.
he been bitter. So you say he's a scorned lover.
He ain't a happy one. So so now that's why it's like when you understand, then you see, okay, I get you. You see, keep going. But at some point, what do y'all do? Do you keep feeding them intel, or do you or do you empower somebody to counter his intel? Which otherwise you don't. Those guys are not going to beat guys that buy ink by the gallon. That's an old adage, an old cliche from back in the days. So you got to find somebody else that has the arsenal to combat him with intel. And you feed them and you plant intel to them and let them leak it out. Let them break it out. And that is a way, not the way, but that's a way to combat it. But once again, it will take a conscious effort to do so. So, that's what we're talking about.
That's good. I got a footnote to that, but we want to talk about something else.
Then I want to add something else to that. Understand something. In today's world, when you're talking about top shelf basketball, a lot of people have portions of their schedule already in place on non-conference. Ain't that many games that you're dealing with. When you come into the game, you could do one or two things. You can go and try your best to get the best games you can, right? You can try to get the best games you can, or you can just try to fill your schedule, and that way you're on your very first head job. At the end of the day, they're gonna look back on this season and they're gonna look at the W column and the L column. If you want to go look back in 20 years ago when Scott Drew first got the job, go look at Baylor's schedule. Go look at their schedule each of the first 2 to 3 years and look at what Baylor did, and then look at their win-loss total at the end of those years. They applauded Baylor for doing it. Because they were coming out of a crisis. Scott Drew came in. Remember, a person lost his life.
Mm-hmm.
A head coach we're dealing with a cover-up possibly right now with the government. That was a full-fledged cover-up tip that went down at Baylor. No doubt. No doubt, Hal. So go look up in Google, open up a different screen, look it up, Baylor 2004. I think that might have been their first year, 2004. Look at their schedule. And look at some of the schools.
Who was their coach? Dave Bliss was the coach, wasn't he?
No, Scott Drew just got there, man, in 04.
No, but I'm talking about before.
Yeah, that's from the scandal, Dave Bliss.
I said Dave Bliss was the coach before. That's what I said. You didn't hear me?
No, didn't comprehend you. You said it out.
Dave Bliss was the coach before Scott Drew got there.
Yeah, before Scott Drew.
Yes. That's when the incident. Didn't you mention an incident when somebody died? Dave Bliss was the coach, ladies and gentlemen. Okay.
So if you go once again, go look at the schedule. Look at the teams they played non-conference. And you will see he's not the only one. I just named them because they're close. They're not far from Houston. A lot of times when coaches are new, this is what they'll do. Now, meanwhile, for Jay Lucas, that's what I'm saying. There could be a different media person can come in and applaud Jay Lucas for giving an HBCU an extra check to come and play them. So many schools, those type of schools in that conference, how many ACC schools are playing HBCUs this year? That's I know. I'm just curious. I don't know. I know guys like Kevin Freeman would be, quick on the fingers to go and Google it up. How many ACC
Well, I know last
schools
year Georgia Tech played TSU. So,
and want to see how many this year are playing HBCUs. So
but
for
that
him,
Jimmy, that ain't even an issue, man. It's just that guy got something to say to me about everything that anybody got something to do, and he called them cupcakes. He could have worded it different, Jimmy. He could have worded that a lot different. That's all. He could have gave the same information, but he mentioned the word cupcakes, and that's the part that I had the problem with. I don't mind him saying that Jay is loading with not so good teams or teams but not cupcakes. No, don't do that. Don't do that. But you're right. Somebody got to. People got to stop coming on his podcast. All you black folks who be going on his podcast, why don't y'all ask him the next time y'all on that end? Yeah, how about that? But what else we got, man?
well, we had a topic to talk on yesterday. Let's continue. I think Brandon Johnson on yesterday, he ignited a conversation or an angle that he was coming from, and we were talking about
What Jimmy? He wasn't really coming from no angle. What angle was he talking about? Because I didn't see his angle. He just said he wanted to talk. What was his angle?
He gave his opinion on the topic, and he gave more than one opinion. So that mean whatever was said.
Do you remember what he said? I don't even remember what he said.
Verbatim.
Yeah, I don't even remember what he was talking about. For real.
On one of them, he mentioned that social media, guys can go on social media in this era and time and make a few tweets and make it appear that that their event operating, that their event is going to be the equivalent of, or more inflated than what it really is. So he was just basically, his angle was the social media was one of the blames or the causes of so much dysfunction and irregularities as far as the truth versus fiction in within the realms of grassroots basketball. So that's the thing, and that's what I got from him in regards to that. If he's watching right now, Brandon, then you can. We was at the end of the show. You can have time to elaborate. We promised to get into it on today, and here we are. And so, if you guys got any other questions, then feel free to plan and let's get this conversation rolling and get it rocking in regarding to what parents recruiting and whatnot. Let's see. I'm looking at my phone right now and trying to check my mailbag.
Well, a lot of stuff. A lot of this stuff started when I asked the question. I asked the question, and I'm trying to make sure I'm gonna give it to you verbatim. If you can start your kid's basketball journey over, what's the one mistake you'd avoid, or the one lesson you wanted to get right now from day one, and help the next parent out by dropping some real experience advice. That's what it was.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how it started. So everybody started going all over the place. Yes, I saw these, Jim. I saw them prices on them. I don't care about no prices. I don't care about no prices because there were people paying to get in. Hey, tell me, send me some price. Somebody sent me that the other day. I said, tell me when he said social media has killed our culture. What do you mean by killed the culture? Brandon, Jimmy, you got your call-in number over there? You ain't got it with you, hey?
Yeah.
You got it with you?
Yeah.
Give it to Brandon right quick. Brandon, we finna give you a call-in number if you want to call in. Because I want to know, just saying social media has killed our coach culture. I think the people that use social media has killed the culture. Social media is a great tool. I think the people that use it improperly, Jimmy, like drugs, it's some drugs that help you, Jimmy. But the abnormal use of it is drug abuse. The drug ain't bad, it's the people that's using it. You follow me? So I don't think social media is the problem. It's the people abnormal use of social media is the problem. That's just my opinion. Let me know. I'll sit there and watch it. We didn't came up in this social media movement. Some people don't use it the way other people use it, and some people use it. And I mean, it's the way you use it, because it has helped players also. And it helped Jimmy. Don't you know your app? That app that you have on your RCS Sport, that's a form of what? Social media. That app ain't bad. It tells people what the schedule is, who what teams playing, and all of that. So it ain't social media. It's the abnormal use of it. Jimmy?
Well, that's the indirect. I mean, the technicalness of it. But I'm thinking that, and we kind of, that's he just formed. If social media going on there and whatever you do on there is anything, it's like saying alcohol is the cause of this or this many deaths. Well, yes, the abuse of it for most cases when people got DWIs or drunk. So yes, of course, but that's the common denominator is alcohol in that analogy. But yeah, I mean it with the social media has enabled people to go beyond their First Amendment with purposely deceiving people and
So
multiples at one time.
So you saying this misinformation? No, excuse me. Disinformation, intentionally going with bad information, bad dope. That's what you
It's a
talking
it's a platform and a hub for that. Never have people had that much access to others at one time in real time. Never had before. So that means it accelerates the lie. It accelerates the deceiving. And this is where, and then some people, it can on the flip side, it can accelerate the over fabrication of the talent level of a prospect
about? Okay.
by, especially understand the mixtapes used to be one thing.
Mm-hmm.
And if you guys hadn't noticed, the mixtape is gone to a different level now because they have the ability to include AI in the mixtape. That means it can really make you jump a little higher. It could really make your shot go in when you missed. It really can.
I'm listening.
And those good guys, the good videographers, I'm telling you. So we're in a different whole space, and now that's the thing. And so people say, well, college coaches don't know what they're doing. Hell, who really does right now in the new space we're in when it comes? You got to get out there and see them with your own eyes. Sooner or later. Because you can't trust too much of that stuff.
You can't trust a big butt and a smile.
BBD. That's why I said, about a couple of weeks ago, if the smart make a mixtape showing your kid exhibiting energy and hustle, making the hustle plays. If that mixtape would probably get a coach's attention, he would probably watch that longer than the mixtapes, the conventional ones that you're showing, that many people are showing. Because
I can't even rock with MSNBC now because of what they did to
my bad. Come on.
Yeah. And so That's I'm just telling you that I would not be surprised if many coaches would attest to that. They probably would watch a mixtape with hustle plays, energy, high fiving your teammates when they coming out the game, hollering their name on that because now a coach can say, oh, and from different games, not just one game, because like it could be staged for one game. Show them in different games doing that. And boy, and I said it before, if you have a mixtape with a kid doing that, I might be on to something. I can almost now one thing I can guarantee you that there would be a coach that would have interest in having you in the locker room. May not be a scholarship that would be interested in bringing them in as well. I guarantee you that.
So what's the value in that?
Because some people, if that's the guy on the bench doing all that hollering out, that means he's not good enough for the grassroots team that he's playing on to get on the floor as a premier player. But what they could be, a lot of people want that type of camaraderie in their locker room. A lot of people would invite and welcome that in their program. Now, if you're going to take the risk and he's happen to be a good student, good to great in the classroom, then he could qualify and they can find some scholarship money for that kid and it can help him paying his first year in. And who knows what can happen after that? Who knows? But that part, oh yeah, they would want that in their locker room. They would want that. So we have Brandon on the feed, and we're gonna see if we get him on the line. He might be at work.
He waiting on you. I thought you was gonna give him the number.
I did.
Oh, you got okay.
That was 10 minutes ago.
Well, maybe he ain't ready. He can't come on right now.
He may not be ready for it. I told you he might not be ready for this stuff right here.
Okay.
Everybody say they're ready till they're ready. Remember when we had the Top Guns on there a couple of years back, put him on there, he got shell shock. He saw them lights, he couldn't talk. But
I forgot about that.
I'm reading some of the comments. He said you can't tell the difference in quality no more. Okay, piggybacking off the combo y'all was having yesterday.
He said he ready. Call. You must ain't got his number, Jim. You ain't got the right number. He might have changed his number.
Well, that's what happened there. That's.
I don't know. I'm just messing with you. I'm messing with you.
I got the number that he texted me on, and last time he texted me. So.
Okay.
He put his whole number on there. You're gonna have bots gonna be calling you in the soon. Yeah, that's the number that I text. That's the number I text. Oh man.
Damn, Brandon getting his whole damn number out here.
Brandon, look at your phone, man, and then make a correction on that so you won't make it that you got to text at don't do that. At 1:28, 7 minutes ago. And we on live on the live broadcast.
We on live.
Playing around like looking at the phone. Good gracious.
Boy, y'all funny. But while we waiting on him,
plug me off the screen there where I can get him on there in just a second. And
all right, y'all. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, let's go here. Then somebody sent something. It's another one. Why? In basketball community, everyone is so quick to blame AAU, select basketball, for ruining the game. That's a good one. I just never blame nobody from ruining the game, so I don't know. But when great things happen, if great things happen in basketball for select teams, they get the publicity. So if things are not going good, shouldn't that same people get the blame? I don't know. Y'all tell me. They talking about even the NBA players be talking about summer basketball. You know what, man? You can't worry about with nobody. Summer basketball, a summer basketball coach. If you think you're doing it the right way, and that's what if your thing is working to you, you shouldn't even be worried about what nobody else saying. They talk about Jesus. Everybody gonna have a different opinion. You got Ryan Clark got an opinion. You got Cam Newton got an opinion. You got Terrell Owens have an opinion. Everybody got an opinion. And so you can't really worry about that. Let me know when you're ready, Jim. Yeah, he still ain't ready. But saying why in the basketball community everyone is so quick to blame. Don't the select
Nick. So
teams?
anyway, I'm just going to go like this. Come on, we got 2 minutes.
Okay. Oh, it ain't working right. Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
Okay. What we got? What we got?
Well, we can't get him through the speakers, so we got to go through the old-fashioned way. And so we have Brandon Johnson with us right now, live on the Chop Shop. And Brandon is live.
We hear you. Damn, I should have had a call on my phone, Jim.
But he only has about 2 minutes, so let's
Okay,
go.
Come on,
Brandon. Can you elaborate on what you were saying about the social media?
So I think the culture has been diluted with the social media, and this is why I say that, right? Because there's no separation. When we was growing up, you knew the people that could play and the people that couldn't, right? So it was easy to recruit, it was easy to scout, right? Now they've merged us all. So now we all look the same. And when I say, okay, you got a Jim Hicks that's been doing this for so many years, even when I was playing, you was making waves, right? So then you got a kid that wakes up and want to be a Jim Hicks, and the ability to do it in the next day is incredible. And now these people go to the source, and now they pull from Jim Hicks, but you just know how to use content. And so you got all these people that knows how to work the camera, knows how to work the social media, which the parents look in, and perception is reality, right? And so like the cash money approach, you didn't know they had money, but they didn't have no money, but they kept putting the perception together. And basketball is tough because now you're dealing with people's lives, right? And so these parents are out here. Social media has made us all look the same. You get what I'm saying? And so there's no differentiation between it, because if I'm good with a camera, it's going to be hard for you to tell I'm not Jim Hicks. I watch kids set up a camera in a gym right now, and they look like they can really train. Never trained in their life. You get what I'm saying? And so now all of a sudden these parents are deluded. It dilutes the culture. And now the ability to go create an LLC yesterday, because my kid didn't get no minutes, and all of a sudden I create the LLC, and now I have an AAU team. And now the parents can't tell the difference because that coach on that AAU team is good with the camera, right? And so now you got all these parents headed to that program, but you've taken advantage of some more kids' life. And in Houston basketball, I don't know if y'all think Houston basketball is good right now, but I feel like it's down because it's so spread out. When we was growing up, it was 15 teams. If you make one of those teams, all 10 of those players can play. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
And so that's why I feel like social media has taken advantage, because you can't tell the difference no more. Because these people are really good at making a mixtape.
So the mixtape culture is bad, Brandon.
I'm Jim Hicks in 10 days. That's incredible. TJ Ford, one of the best point guards ever in the city of Houston. He should have everybody running over there playing if you're a guard. Right? John Lucas and all those guys. And I have a program right now, but I'm also a guy that put my feet in the dirt. You got guys waking up tomorrow starting programs, and they've never experienced this. It gives them the same platform as TJ. There's no way I see a kid that wakes up tomorrow, starts an LLC, sit next to TJ Ford and really hold a conversation like he's on that level. That's disrespectful to the culture. When I see TJ, I honor him because I respect the culture. There's no hierarchy. When I see Jim Hicks and you both of y'all had I'm respecting y'all because of the culture, not because of social media. Some of these guys getting the same respect as me and you and Mr. Hatter because of social media.
Wow.
You can't sit next to me with the same energy, and you've never done this. There's no way guys are waking up for 1 year being Jim Hicks, bro. There's
No.
no way I wake up tomorrow and start an LLC and I'm TJ Ford. And
Right.
I'm not saying you can't start it, but some of these guys are sitting in the arena of us that's never put the work in. And they getting the credit, not because what they've done, because social media gives them that platform. And it's a cheat code. And it's fucking up the culture because you shouldn't be able to be a TJ Ford in 2 weeks.
I like that.
You're good with a camera. You can't be a Jim Hicks in 2 weeks because you're good with a camera or you're good at marketing and promotion at your other job. The culture need to be, hey, who's the gatekeepers? And from there, we go from there. Not, you get in because you social media.
Wow.
And if we put the gatekeepers around it again, then we can win. But right now, what's bad, everybody's winning from a perception standpoint, but the kids are hurting because you got guys that's really good with a camera and they building programs.
Wow.
Hey, that's Brandon Johnson, guys. We just it was on the phone. Brandon, we're gonna continue this conversation. I hear you guys about to get started with a game. They're in Orlando, Florida, with the Puma event.
Oh.
And so keep us posted as to your success. And we'll get back on this conversation on Monday.
Yes.
Much luck to you guys down there.
Thank you, B.
And we'll get with us next week. All right.
Man.
So now, you guys have enough to go off of.
Man.
And now you guys have the angle. I figured he had when the person normally in this boom boom room and they put 3 or 4 posts in a row, that means let me know they got a different angle they coming from. And indeed, you just heard a whole different angle that is coming from.
Jim, I didn't understand what he was saying on the comments, but his words resonated. That's why I was over here taking notes. I was taking notes because the words resonated with me. I didn't understand what he talking about the LLC in the beginning, but now everybody's starting a program. But what's key? We got people, what I done seen, think they can come in this business and be you, Rick Nelson, overnight. I'm not telling y'all can't be them if that's what you want to be. But you can't do it overnight. Not because these guys done put in the time. And what he's saying is this social media, and I didn't understand what he mean. It's accelerating the process. And y'all ladies and gentlemen, sometimes it's certain things, it's biblical. Some people build their houses on sand. Some people build their houses with straw. Some people build their houses with brick. But when a strong wind comes, the sand gonna wash your house away. The sticks gonna wash, the bricks gonna stand. And I didn't get that from his comments. I got that from his words. That's why it's very important. When you got something to talk about like that, I got to bring you on the show. Because these stuff, it makes us all look the same. That's what he said. All of these players ain't the same. And it dilutes the culture. Dilute, if you don't know what that means, it's watered down. Listen, I'm not talking, listen to me. Kevin Freeman, we ain't on here bashing no camera guys. Them guys got to do what we just got to be smart enough. Now, those camera guys.
No. Kevin Freeman, you missed the context for which he used that.
Yes.
He used the camera guy up under the program, meaning because a lot of programs have somebody that's doing that, they're purposely paying for promo material, which is perfectly fine. But in doing so, once again, you're making appear to be equal. Everybody's making it seem like they got a team full of Division I prospects.
Yes.
And because you're afraid to hurt the feeling of let people know. Ain't nothing wrong. That's why I tell people all the time. If you want other people to identify your best player or your best prospect, Why you would be more serving if you identified them first. Our program features A and B. Here's what we got. Now, if you're fortunate, you're gonna have A, B, C, D, and E. That's a different type of program. But independence, what I'm talking about, and that's what I'm thinking Brandon was talking. He's talking about mostly the independence. And guys are coming along through the shoot and they're saying, well, it's that easy. And I'm gonna tell you something, guys. I don't hardly never go here, but I will today. A lot of people in the city pay attention to the high school basketball scene in the scholastic form, mostly. Now they'll follow some of you guys here and there, and they're not really paying attention. Peach Jam don't really piques the interest of Channel 11's sports anchor, unless you win the whole thing, unless you make it to. See what I'm saying? So that's what I mean when I'm saying that. Now they're paying attention at what some of the content you guys are showing during the scholastic season. Well, here's the deal. And I'm going to give it to you. I don't know, but one way to give it to you. If and when those sports anchors feel that one of you young guys are good enough to get them a pay raise, they're going to call your ass on the phone. They're going to DM you and say, do you mind coming into the studio and talking about basketball? I promise you, they will. Joe Gleason, he's talked to some of you guys before and interviewed you guys and he often give you love with the camera. That's great. But if and when he feels that one of you are good enough to speak alongside him about that topic or that sport, he's going to get you. He's going to get you in.
Jimmy, but that don't validate nobody.
No, but
because Joe Gleason bring him on. I'm not for real. I got to stop you on that. I just don't agree with that. That don't validate you because Channel 13 bring you on. That don't validate you.
That don't validate you. But what it does is that's a start that somebody's taking notice to the good job you're doing, or they deem that you're doing. Then what happens?
So you waiting on them? You waiting on them to think you're doing a good job?
No. I'm talking about
you waiting on Channel 13 to say
in a city, okay, in a city like Houston. So that many of those people that are doing that for free would do it for a paycheck. They would do it for a paycheck. So at what point, who's going to hire you? If somebody don't give you the opportunity to bring you in for free, that
don't validate you though.
That's an audition. They could bring your ass in there and hire you full time. That is an audition. If somebody see you writing and they call you,
what if nobody don't want? What if people just want to be independent and work for themselves and they have their own media company instead of worried about ABC?
Okay, so guess what? In order to do that, that means you would have to have turned down the opportunity to do so, such as a Ralph Cooper. Have turned down many of opportunities to go and work for the man.
That don't validate. That don't validate nobody.
Mainstream establishment. No, it ain't. This ain't a validation thing.
Mainstream media ain't mainstream to me no more.
Well, okay, I just don't believe it. Was in 1970, in 1980, it was then.
I'm talking about right now.
You had no cable.
We live in right now.
But I'm talking about. I just named one that turned them down back then. I'm
not talking about him.
Heather, for people, that's how it goes. Stephen A. Smith was working as a news columnist. People
now you finna bring up the worst.
I'm telling you,
go talk. He's
the highest paid, whether you like him or not. It's still that's
so highest. What highest paid? What the highest paid mean? So hold on, no, hold on. So right now, just because Jason Tatum was the highest paid and Jalen Brown was the highest paid. Being the highest paid don't mean you the best.
Well, some people ain't.
Pat McAfee is the highest paid too.
Understand something? Being the best ain't on everybody's docket. Being paid is on some.
But you talking about He's the highest paid. What does that mean?
So, to a person that wants to be
That mean the people want to give him that clown that money.
To the person that wants the most money, that means more. To a person that don't care about the most money, that means less. That's the thing. So that's why I mentioned that he gets the most.
It's a bad example, man.
So the thing is, once again, I gave you an example in regard to how people get discovered. Those are additions.
Jimmy, we went way from the topic Brandon was talking about.
We was talking about a topic on people and with cameras and people that are covering the grassroots scene, and I'm explaining something that I know, and that is, if nobody don't give you an opportunity to go and audition your talents, then when is that opportunity going to come? Because here's the thing. If you go just on resumes, Hatter, your resume ain't going to necessarily stack up with the guy that has a communications or journalism degree, or a guy that worked as an intern at another station at the school as a school news reporter or whatnot. It's not going to stack up. If you're coming off the street or you're a school teacher and you're doing it as in your spare time, but your secondary dream is one day to be on the screen, then guess what? When are you going to get that opportunity to do that? You going to go back to college and get a degree? No, you're not going to do that. You can, but you're going to put your life on hold. You're going to stop teaching, stop your day job? No. So what I'm saying to you is,
what does this got to do with the culture? I mean, you just trick you, Jimmy. You just off on a tangent. No, but you know what? You did qualify it. You said, you know what? I shouldn't be saying this. I don't, because you knew it didn't have nothing to do with the subject matter.
Yes, it does. A lot of those guys would take a job tomorrow at one of those.
Jimmy, he wasn't talking about just video people. Hold up. Can I let me finish. Let me finish this. He was talking about the use of the videos. The people looked at them, the regular people, the regular fan, the regular people will look at the videos and they say they all look the same. Everybody looked the same. That's the angle he wasn't talking about the video guys trying to get a job with Joe Gleason.
He also made a comment. He said, Brandon, that we just had on a while ago, said that people come on and in 2 weeks they trying to be a Jim Hicks.
He was talking about the industry. He wasn't talking about, you ain't picked up a damn camera. He was talking about you putting up, doing this stuff for all of these damn years. It's people walking into this industry right now trying to do what you're doing in one day, in 1 week. That he was juxtaposing it.
So in that,
he wasn't talking about this. Going to be with Joe Gleason on Channel 13.
We're not talking about. I use Joe Gleason because Joe Gleason does a great job at giving love to some of those guys in the industry. He's on the front line of guys that has a street cred from the mainstream media outlets. But
why are we talking about Joe Gleason? We're talking about our culture right now. I love Joe Gleason to death. But the man was just talking about it's a perception. He said it's a perception out here that people think they can beat TJ Ford.
Well, if Isaiah Carey, since you want to go culture, that's a black man that has a platform that
he worked for Fox. He don't get much credence with me. He a black face in a white space. He don't get much. Jimmy, you might value it. I don't value it. So let's get back to TJ Ford. He mentioned TJ Ford.
Once again, where are those guys going to get in at? Where are they going to get in at?
Why are you worried about where they're getting in at?
Because if those guys, I know for a fact, there were many camera guys in this city, when it came time being on television in this city of Houston, for the most part of 25 years seasonal, I have been. with no college degree. At the record and the street and the thing and the path that I came through in the world. If Todd Freed didn't put me on the screen, invite me on to talk, then that would have been no audition. And that was the audition for other people to see. Oh, that's the guy was on that station right there. Oh yeah, he's on that station. Oh, let's talk. So those are auditions. That's what I mean when I come from that. That's coming from a space that I've lived and I've seen that happen.
He also said winning from.
Say, well, come on in and work, man.
Jimmy,
come on in and do this.
Jimmy, you making this out about you, and you making this out about. Hold on.
I'm making out
for cameraman
about me as an example because that's
hold on.
The space that I profess.
But the points this guy was making, I wrote them down. When you see different programs get LLCs, he said you ain't got no LLC for no basketball team. He was talking about people getting LLCs and starting teams and having a cameraman. Don't blame the cameraman. You getting like what's his name, Freeman. The cameraman is capturing his program, Jimmy, just like would be capturing a TJ Forrest program. So he can look like the cameraman making this program that's not as great as a TJ Ford program look just like it, because perception, from a perception standpoint, the viewer who's just looking at the social media content don't know the difference. Because what? PJ Ford got blood, sweat, and tears in this stuff. Little Johnny, who just started Wichita, he ain't got no blood and sweat and tears. Let's say who on the screen? Let's say not James Glover. Let's just say anybody. Let's say Tanya Billingsley is watching all of these videos. That videos are nice. That video is nice. Everybody got the perception of winning. That's what he was talking about. You can't tell what's what. That's all he's saying. Then he made the example. It used to be a time you got to be a badass dude to play on one of these programs. But now it's so diluted. All you need is a camera, and the camera gonna portray whatever you put on in that practice. Then he made a point. He said, guys, trainers, setting up stuff in the gym like they know what they doing. That ain't the cameraman trying to be on Joe Gleason. The cameraman get paid for his. So I just didn't understand that angle that you came from. That's all. I'm trying to stay on his
Many camera guys in grassroots basketball have turned themselves into reporters. That's what even Joe Gleason was, a camera guy only. He also, now because they save money, he kills two birds with one stone. They don't send two people out there. He could do it. He does it. Does a storyline himself.
But now. Jimmy, while we talking about cameramen, and we just talking about the videos create a perception that they're all the same, and everybody ain't the same.
That was one portion of the convo.
This was he was talking about.
That was one portion of the convo. The other portion of the convo, when you just mentioned about TJ Ford, when you just described TJ Ford, what do you say? He lived that. He was this. And the guy's trying to be TJ Ford. Well, that Brandon Johnson also mentioned in the same breath of a TJ Ford, he mentioned a Jim Hicks. That happens to be me. And I appreciate that plug or that applaudment, because I'm assuming if he mentioned it in the same breath, in the same context, that means what TJ Ford is a Hall of Famer in his right.
I just mentioned you, Jimmy.
He didn't just mention me.
I said I just mentioned you.
Oh, I'm talking about you didn't describe it in regard to as such as detailed as you just did TJ Ford. I'm saying to you, for those people that don't know, and every day there's people that's watching that don't know. You're
I
not
said you wasn't
getting
listening.
on TV without a college degree and talking every week about no sports, unless somebody usurps and say, okay, y'all, we don't take the gamble and put him on. The talent is greater than the risk because this ain't the status quo. Normal guys that do this got to have disqualification. That's what I'm saying. So in doing so, and I mentioned to the people about auditioning, about if somebody giving people a chance. And so giving a chance, that was just this year, 2025, young guy that does events in the media or in the retrospect. He's been popular in the city from doing emceeing, commentating in the local scene. He's been very popular locally. So guess what? There's a job opportunity that came open. That means people watch him say, man, that guy's good. Oh, man, I like him. You know, he's going to be the next Rick Godfrey. You know, okay, he cool. So then that means when you're working, you are doing auditions. You never know who's watching. So that means who's going to give that person an opportunity? That's the thing. So what I'm saying, what happened this year, I gave that young guy an opportunity. He commentated a conference tournament at the college level this year. He said, thank you, Mr. Hicks. I sure appreciate that. He's not the first to give opportunity, but that means if I don't see him auditioning, I don't give him that opportunity. And they didn't ask they didn't ask me one time, hey man, did he have a college degree? Where he work at? They say, if you're going to, whoever you give us, we're going to probably use. And he did the region, I think either region 5, region 14 junior college championship tournament for this year. And they paid him. They paid him for doing so. I also got that young man a job doing some games in one of the school districts. They paid him. So what I'm saying, once you get into there, by means that don't happen unless he does. People see him on this grassroots scene, and you give a person an opportunity. Then you go from there because now your resume going. And then after the end, guess what? I think Rick Goffney gave him an opportunity, and he subbed him at one of the Prairie View games this year. That same young guy. So those things, now your resume is building. People see it. And that's how but it got to start somewhere. If Ralph Cooper don't let me come and answer the telephones and publish, they call that producing the show back in the days, back at KCOH, then I don't necessarily take a liking to this stuff like that. Hell, when I come on the streets, was still calling me. So what the hell I want to do with going to the gym, watch some basketball? So what I'm saying, it could change a person's life. They realize, people don't realize there are careers in that. And it is. So that was the angle I extended it from about these young guys. If they deem and think that you're that good, one of them guys are going to contact you and invite you on. So that means be careful, be mindful when people are in the building or when you are in the building, and be mindful who's watching you. Period. That's the truth. One of the guys matter of fact, one of the guys that got a job, his mom used to watch the Chop Shop every damn day. And the young kid, he doing mixtapes, and the Houston Rockets hired this kid. He worked for the Rockets for about 2 or 3 years doing video content. This was up until the COVID, right in Houston. But so the people watch. People, you have opportunities. Just gotta be mindful. You are always doing auditions in this stuff, and people are always watching. That's the angle that I was taking this thing to and extending it from you guys in regard to that. I know that part there to be true. So as we take that on in, and it's time definitely going into the weekend. You guys make sure you share the show if you haven't done so. Make sure you don't forget Sunday. Rick Nelson and myself are doing the grassroots showcase over at ULH facility. If you have a player that does not have an invite to Ruck on Wood and you deem that he should get one, then I strongly encourage you to try to put your team in there and let him audition. That seems to be the word of the day, or one of the words of the day, and therefore he can earn himself an invite. Every team of the high school level that plays this weekend, every one of them, I am guaranteeing at least one invite into Ruck on Wood per that. Now, the coach, parents, you deal with your coach. At least one invite will go towards every high school age team that participates this weekend in the grassroots showcase.
Who determines who gets the invite?
That coach. That damn coach. Now, some people gonna get invites. I say at least one. That means Johnny, he may earn him one on the spot, but that may be in addition to the one invite that the coach is gonna get. You're getting one to use. If I see one that I like, I'm gonna invite him right there on the spot. So that means you could walk away there with 2, 3, 4 invites, but everybody's gonna have at least one. That's my way of giving back, because I know how I get sometimes, and people gonna be a month from now, they're gonna be going crazy. People gonna be it's gonna, anyway, it gets crazy. People don't think about it until the bills do. They don't think about it until it's time. So that's gonna be Sunday, one-day event. Each team plays 2 games. Go to rcssports.com and you can see the info about the grassroots showcase. Info is right on the front page. Lastly, don't forget, I think Rodney Hampton resumes his annual Hamp Camp football community service project. Is over at Cashmere High School from 6 to 8 p.m. today. It took place yesterday. $20. That's all per kid. $20. Went out there and I stopped by yesterday and fellowship with the former Cashmere High School star and a lot of the other guys from the community that stopped by there. It was great to see Eddie Combo over there. He's a Wheatley High School star, and he's there over there supporting Rodney Hampton's efforts at Cashmere High Schools on the football field from 6 to 8 p.m. You still can go if you didn't miss yesterday. $20 is all it takes. And you get over there to the sign-in table, let them know that the Chop Shop sent you. And let them know the Chop Shop sent you. And
what time is start? What time is start?
6 to 8. You want to get there about 5:45.
It's toward the end, so it ain't that hot. Oh, that's a good one.
Absolutely.
That's a good camp.
So here's what I got. If you watch the Chop Shop and you take 3 kids over there, you say Chop Shop at the desk, I'm paying for 3 kids. If you say Chop Shop, say Chop Shop sent me, and you ask for Kelvin Hampton when you get to the desk. Kelvin Hampton, and that's the owner of A Better Bell Buns. Y'all, some of y'all may have family members that might need to know who Kelvin Hampton any damn way. Sooner or later, getting the bun. But show them that commercial real quick so that way they can get the info on that camp. You might want to go on Hamp's camp today, 6 to 8 p.m. $20. I'm taking care of 3. If you're watching the Chop Shop and you go there, say the Chop Shop at the check-in table, and see you guys on Monday. We are at Chop Shop.
Not yet, man. They done stole my damn game. Hold up, man. Y'all can't be doing me like that. Oh, okay. I was looking in the wrong place. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Right now. I was looking in the wrong place.
A Better Bell Bond. Hamps Cam Inc. Powered up by Camp. July 23rd and 24th at Cashmere High School, 6900 Wiley Val Road in Houston. Meet and learn from former NFL players. Engage in activities to improve agility, speed, and teamwork. Come join in on the excitement. July 23rd and the 24th from 6 till 8 p.m. Don't wait. Get your child registered for only $20. Registration date is July 23rd at 5 p.m. We're calling all the families to come out and help support. All proceeds from this camp will be donated to the Cashmere football team. For more info, hampscamp.org or DA_Matt. Rodney Hampton's Youth Football Camp, July 23rd and 24th. It's all brought to you by A Better Bell Bond, Bo Sam, The Map, and Triple J Smokehouse.
You think they're gonna let me be the quarterback there?
You just be at the camp and learn everything you need to learn.
My bad.
A Better Bell Bond, Hamps Camp Inc.
But thank y'all, ladies and gentlemen. We out of here. Hamps Camp. What else you got?
Belated birthday to it. to Eddie Combo
Oh, yeah.
and Tasha Glover. Happy belated birthday to both of those man and woman around the area. You guys make sure your shadow show on the way out the door.
Boy, I'm out of here, y'all. I'm going like a turkey through the comb, man. I can't wait till I hit this button, y'all. Man. I love y'all, but I see y'all on Monday. All right, we out of here. Bye. Hey, I can't wait.
Jim Hicks, Rob Hatter, you are now tuned in to the Chop Shop. I'm Retro. Let's get it. We in the Chop Shop, we live in the Chop Shop. We talking sports talk, we live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop, I'm talking sports talk. So turn your dials up, it's live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop, we live.